Hey, this is Jack from Star.
Today we have Eni. Eni. Waka waka. This is not usually what I do, but we're going to listen to Eni, who's not at all. And I apologize to everyone who's bothered by that word. I'm bothered by it too. So when I see somebody named Eni, I don't immediately get offended. In fact, I don't get offended at all. I just become incensed with rage at the culture that I'm forced to live in because this person's intelligent. In no way should she be happy to be called Eni, except she is, because a knee is not a nig, a nog is not a nig, a knight is not a nig, a nigh and a knee. Well, a knee is not an eye, and a nigh is not a nig.
3, 2, 1, ignition.
Jack Austin, astronaut. Exposed to inappropriate levels of solar energy.
Sunlight makes him the world's smartest man.
I know everything! I want that brain taken out.
Heat Vision, the motorcycle with the mind of Jack's unemployed roommate. Together they run for their lives, blocked at every turn by adventure.
Move out, don't mess around. Move out, you bring me down. Move out, I forget about, don't make the sound, just move out.
Knowledge is power, for real.
Did you hear that?
Inspired a lot. So
You didn't hear that, did you? Okay, that's fine. We're gonna edit that out. Maybe. In some media markets.
vlog number 5. So things have transpired a lot.
Okay, I will say this. This person is kind of cute. Kind of cute. This person is not Bustin. Bustin's a little cuter. Probably because Bustin still has creds. And then this person probably was Bustin. So when they talk about the network security administrator, that is their ex, we're talking MV, we're talking Gary, we're talking Michael, we're talking MV, we're talking, a variety of people that it could be. And because I love you, Internet America, I'm going to narrate this for an hour. Because somebody decided to piss me off today, and I've been looking forward to doing this for a while. Hang on.
So here's what happened. When I was first kicked out of both places of housing against my will because family just sucks.
One of them was mine. I'm pretty sure I kicked this woman out of my house. And I'm sorry. Sweetie, it wasn't because you weren't cute enough. It was because you were working and weren't telling me, and then you couldn't because reasons, and you didn't know what to do because other reasons, and I forgive you. I hope you can see yourself to seeing me again, especially with those tits. Wow.
Anyway, when I was in the extended hotel place, my ex texted me. He's like, hey, I want to do mediation. I think we should do mediation. And I was like, okay, this was like roughly 2.
Extended hotel place. Mediation. That's when she went on a business trip. That's when she left to go on a business trip. She didn't tell me anything about mediation then. She didn't tell me about her ex continually harassing her. She didn't tell me about anything. That's why we're in the ESA and my house got sabotaged by the same spooks who sabotaged this house. Same spook, different house. Waka waka.
At most 3 weeks. Keyword at most 3 weeks of me being freshly discharged from the fucking hospital. And
Okay, so I didn't know about that, sweetie. I didn't know. That makes sense. If you could have told me, it would have been okay. I know, I'm sorry. I love you too. Aww. Yeah, it's really me. Yes, I'm Sorcerer Nigger Husband. This is Eni, who's saying your story through a vocoder with, I'm not going to say they're nicer tits than yours, but they do have the advantage of being visible and exposed.
freshly officially kicked out of 2 fucking places, and I'm trying to fucking adapt. My ex was like, we should do mediation. In like it was like May 26th, and I was like, it was.
Now, note to audience, I'm not the ex who ever wanted mediation. At one time, I dropped to my knees as she came at me with a claw hammer extended towards me, going, "Arr!" And I said, "Sweetie, maybe we should call a crisis line." That was the extent of the mediation that I wanted to have, ever. And then in response to that, she snapped out of her fugue state and started throwing gang signs and semaphore symbols and Navy secret code. And then after that, she prepared to claw out her own eyes. It was a script. It was horrifying. She has pretty eyes. And May 26th is the name of the day of her most likely rival to bother her the most. And 26 is the number of letters in the alphabet, and May is the month that I'm born. And sweetie, what? No, sweetie, no. This is. No, you're not. Okay, I love. She says she says she wants to be a Mac 20. No, honey.
It's April something. It was like April.
That's a Vic 20. April 20. There you go. I love you. Fight the power. Okay.
20 years. It was something April 20, I think. And I was like, dude, I need time to adjust. I was like, that's crazy. I was like.
Now remember, this woman is not grapefruit anymore. I don't think she's a member of Grapefleet, but still, honorary chops, because it's not her, and it's not the copy, and it's not Alison Francis Shaw, nor is it Alison Francis Shaw, but it is Grapefruit's story. Sort of. Okay, is everybody clear on that? Great, because I just went to fucking court today and said I didn't have anything else to say, except that was a lie, because I do have a number of things that haven't been discussed by anybody.
I was like, I'm not saying no. I was like, just give me like 3 to 4 months so I can adjust to this. Like, I have a serious life change that just happened. I need time to fucking adjust. Yeah,
she did. She really needed to adjust, and she didn't get it. Not because of me, because of the ex she's about to talk to right now, or rather right now in the upcoming narrative. She's going to be speaking of an ex, a network administrator. That is not me. Hi, I'm Jack Starr, Michael Clifford Kuzi, Jaff, Melchizedek. I have never been a network administrator. I've never been married to this one, I don't think. And the one who's telling the story, I know which one that is. And I'm going to say her name is Michelle, which explains why this woman looks like Anita and me and Allie and Tammy and Mandy Patinkin.
And he literally was like, no, you should have it together in a month. I was kicked out of 2 places of housing. I just got discharged from the hospital. My family packed all my shit, and I had to figure out what the fuck was in it. It was a whole mess, and I was like, no. I told him, I was like, I can't commit to doing this right now, dude.
I have pictures of the family that packed her shit. I have pictures of I have pictures. They sent in ringers to pretend to be her. I didn't notice. I knew there's something weird going on. I have pictures of this woman's shit being packed by other men. Seriously.
I was like, I gotta like figure my shit out right now. I was like, told him, let's do 3 to 4 months. I was like, let's just 3 to 4 months. Well, on the 26th of May, he gave me some fucking court papers for mediation. The day he served them was, because I told you.
He served this woman papers on the birthday of my friend who has the same name as, I won't say, but let's just say May 26th is a birthday of somebody that isn't Bailey Jane, who is born on the 26th of a month I will not mention. Who is Bailey Jane? Good question.
Because in May, I voluntarily checked myself in because I had a spiritual attack that went off the fucking rails, and I had to go.
Spiritual attacks. Yeah. Now this woman talking right now has been known to me as Kathleen. Enid and Kathleen are not the same person. Grapefruit is not Kathleen. Enid is not Grapefruit. Kathleen might be Grapefruit now. I don't know. I haven't talked to her since I told her, hang on, I'm going to talk to your father. And then I proceeded to talk to her father. And then the next day he was dead. But he had died 3 days before. Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, but neither is Clando for Belgab.
Went through some weird shit, and I had to recalibrate back in the fucking hospital, which I willingly checked myself into to do that, mind you. So my ex decided to go for mediation, and I was going through the documents, and I'm probably going to post some of them online for you all to see.
So this woman apparently does voluntary check-ins to behavioral hospitals. Voluntary ones, not involuntary ones for herself. Although apparently it means something that this story is about, a voluntary one. Meanwhile, I'll just go with no comment for the time being because we're only 2 minutes and 6 seconds into a 49-minute video, and I'm already frothing at the mouth.
Because it's been kind of bullshit so far.
Yeah.
Let me fucking explain. I have documentation of this shit too, mind you. So I don't know if I'll post everything on the fucking vlog, but I'll post some documents so you get a fucking idea. So
I got your idea, honey. I do. She doesn't look like that when I have put my dick in her before, but this one's cute enough that I would. But she's a digital one. She's Eni. She's not Enid. She's Eni. And then I'm not on the Matrix right now, but I wouldn't mind. Not gonna lie, I'm getting pretty hot down under, thinking about how this woman and her robot AI sidekick and my data and my little internet radio quasi not debrief podcast thing is going to change the fucking world.
Oh.
Almost as much as my dick will.
First of all, mediator calls. Wants to do mediation, tells me it's $1,000 for the retainer. I tell the mediator, I literally cannot afford that. I cannot afford to go to do this. I literally cannot afford to go to court right now. And he's like, oh, well, I guess I'll talk to your...
These fucking dudes, whoever this guy is, it's Louis Wayne, it's MV, it's Michael Van Dieven, it's some guy in Germany, whoever the fuck it is, they take these women and they drip them down, they take away all their money and then they say, oh, you need money for a retainer. It's fucking sick and fucking fucked up. That's why I don't have an attorney. Not because I don't have $1,000, because I don't, but I also don't have any reason for an attorney. I have Jesus. These women don't have anything at all. Imagine that, not having Jesus. Imagine reaching out to Jackstar for help and realizing he already is helping. That's why there's no Jesus.
So my ex is like paying for it because how the fuck am I supposed to pay for it? Like,
well, you could not suck my dick and I'll ask Jesus to cut you a check.
the thing I work basically like a minimum wage job, but technically, according to the elite, it's essential when there's a fucking pandemic. So that's fun, but I don't make enough for housing because I need health insurance, and the health insurance eats I'm pretty sure 2/3 of my fucking salary every fucking week. So it's really hard, and he is a network security manager.
She has a salary. She's precious.
I work a minimum wage job. Yeah, do you really think that's a really fair? Yeah, so yeah, no, he's using, I don't care what anyone's going to fucking say.
She's a highly trained covert asset working a minimum wage job because that's her cover, because she's being hidden and now she can't get access to any friends, and then she's getting fucked with by her ex. And her other ex, neither of whom is me, who wants $1,000 from her. He knows he has these women at his beck and bloody call, and then he has them at his mercy. Copyright Van Dieven Industries Limited.
I know for a fact he's using his financial power over me to specifically fuck me over. And let me explain why. In the documents I'm going through,
he's mad that she still likes me better because I'm nice and I'm not a network administrator, so she doesn't have to worry about me hacking her devices, and she also doesn't have to worry about me turning into a dick like him because she thought I was a dick before. Oh boy! Then she hung out with this guy who's obviously a real fucking piece of work, and discovered what a real asshole is. So whoever this is, I'm sure she's thrilled to hear that she missed out on the greatest paladin ever. Mostly because I have a working dick and I don't have a minimum wage job. I have a working dick. I don't need to work, baby. It's not what I have you for, but you should probably do the math here.
I've been adamant to everyone that I don't want to go to a long-term care facility because I genuinely believe I don't need it. I've always continued. I've been doing this since 2017. I've been consistent in my mental health care. I know for a fact I can.
2017. That's when I started dating Allison, who was disappeared in 2018 and replaced by a robot. But the similarity ends there, right?
Prove that. But no, he wants me to go minimum 30 days, mind you. 30 days he wants me to go to a long-term care facility. Oh, he wants me to do random drug testing for marijuana.
I have a better idea. Why don't you come to my house and smoke shitloads of weed? Oh, is it because there's no weed here because they stole it? Or is it because there's a restraining order? Or is it because there's a fake restraining order? Or is it because you've taken a lot of money not to talk to me? Or is it because you've been told a lot of stories about how I'm an asshole? Or is it because you're afraid of me because he said that he'd kill you if he ever heard you say my name again? Or like, somebody should check in with me on this. And the fact that it's not being checked into, and some asshole who's a network systems administrator who pretends to be me, both online and off, is a serious problem. It's not Copyright Magic Castle LLC. This is Michael Clifford Kuzi speaking. This guy is a fucking menace. Now let's listen to this other guy.
Because he's convinced I'm a fucking chronic addict.
No,
even though I went to the hospital and they actually drug test you for everything, and even the THC abuse substance score, you know what it was? Fucking mild. So to a degree, I'm willing to just be like, let's just do a blood test and let's see how high my THC thing is. If it's addict level, then I guess sure I'll do random. I don't want to do random drugs, things like that.
I will say that it's ironic that a person who used to look down on me for smoking weed is now accused of being a weed addict and wishes she could smoke weed with me. This is the roof, baby.
Feel like I really need to because it's fucking weed. I cannot stress how weed is the only recreational drug that I use.
Not for long.
It's the only one. I don't even like to drink alcohol unless the alcohol, it's very rare I have alcohol. It's so fucking rare. Maybe one or two every, I don't fucking know, 6 months.
When this woman is allowed to be friends with me again, I'll handle her drug problem. It appears to be that she can't get the one she needs, and she doesn't even know what it is. I bet the guy who's keeping her away from me knows exactly what it is. Waka waka.
It's something like that. I don't smoke nicotine, not a fan of it, because I know how addicting it is. And as someone who's been in mental hospitals, when I smoke weed and I go to hospital, I don't have any withdrawals. I just get dreams. That's it. Sometimes I'll have dreams. Sometimes I won't. It really fucking bends. But that's the withdrawal I have. That's it. Nicotine, you can't do that. Everyone has a...
As you can tell, the need for a clandestine substance abuse counselor with nothing on paper is never more greater shown. Thank you. I'll take my Nobel Peace Prize off the air.
Like a fucking nicotine patch or nicotine gum. When I'm in there, I am one, at most 3 people in the whole entire unit that's not on some nicotine substance.
I don't either.
So anyway, beginning of this whole bullshit.
I'm not
on the mediation thing, I didn't know what was going on because it seemed like it was not explained to me because I don't have a lawyer. I'm trying to get one. It's actually tomorrow.
I didn't use magic or drugs to become addiction free. I prayed really hard. Okay? It's important. It's entheogenic.
At the time of this recording, I'm going to the library and basically spending all my fucking time looking for resources to get a fucking lawyer because this is fucking stupid. It's ridiculous. Because if we're going...
That's what I did in 2013.
Because just think about it. Do you really think it's fair that someone who's a network security fucking manager who makes 6 figures a fucking year purposely brings his ex-wife to court who has, technically speaking, a mental disability, mental illness, knows about it, actively using it against me? He cherry-picked, I was looking through documents, he cherry-picked certain things that happened in my mental health that he doesn't even fucking know. I'm not gonna lie. Some people think that this way this woman is being treated is fair because some people think this woman is mentally ill. There's probably documents with her name signed on it that aren't forgeries that say that she is. And the ex-husband or the ex-partner or whoever this guy is obviously a tactical genius who doesn't like women because he's a homofag in charge of his secret cult's fucking security. That's not me. It may sound like it would be me. He pretends to be me. It's not Kuzi, Michael Clifford. It probably Michael Gifford. There's a guy running around named Michael Gifford after he killed my cousin and took his identity. Well, I don't think he killed him, but point being, this guy is a menace. And I'm not him. I'm the one who's supposed to deal with him. And so I am. And then that's why I'm not trying to find this hottie. This is really my kind of girl. It really is. He doesn't know the full story too, mind you. So I'm realizing, they're cherry picking shit because, You know, of course they are. Of course they are. So the beginning of this whole entire thing, I'm like, the media...
That's Anessa Dawn Barnett. Oh, fuck, it even looks like her. Hi. It's kind of hard to explain how dead people come through and talk, but they're not dead, so... Hey, Syed, say hi to Tiffany for me.
I get mixed answers about going to court because it's confusing, which is the fucking problem. The first person I talked to from the media company, I think was a lawyer for the media company.
The problem is that they faked your death without faking it or killing you, and then you think you're dead because you've had a traumatic experience and then been resurrected without permission, and somebody else has your real life and you don't. And no one's told you that because that sounds batshit insane. But I, Michael Clifford Kuzi, Paladin Extraordinaire, at 6 minutes and 24 seconds into a 49-minute and 23-second video, after 20 minutes of me adding on commentary, that's number one, that's fair use. Number two, I think you'd look prettier with that necklace, but that's okay. Sorry, Allison's pissed. Allison doesn't know who you are, but that's okay. Allison really is dead. Except on Guam.
No, they're not really.
Oh shit, is that classified?
Anyway,
Sorry.
just so you'll know, I told the mediator
I didn't know that.
company that I don't trust this and going in for.
I just found out Allison's on Guam. Or under Guam. That's where they keep her safe. Because she's dead. She's not really dead. She's dead. But they can bring her back and forth easily on Guam because that's what it does. Did you ever wonder why Guam is important? Not anymore, you don't.
I know this is not good faith, so that's a FYI. So.
Hi, I don't have a security clearance, but if I did, I just fucking lost it. And then I haven't promised the government that I wouldn't reveal classified information instantly as soon as I learn it, but I just did. Thanks, Mr. President, I love you.
The lawyer mediator or whatever was like, oh, well, you don't have to go. I was like, to court. I was like, oh, okay. And then the day before, the media company called me again about shit. And they were like, oh, well, you have to go to court. I stopped. I'm like, wait. I was like, I talked to someone earlier from your place, and they said I didn't have to. You're saying I have to? And they're like, well, yeah, it was like court ordered. I'm like, oh, okay.
They were lying.
I'm confused.
That's
because I was told
lying
I didn't have to go, and now you're saying I have to go. Which one is it?
You have to come to Michael Kuzi's house.
Mediator was not sure.
Take
Mediator
I-5,
sent an email to my ex's lawyer to figure out if I was supposed to go or not. The location of the thing, I'm going to put this shit up. This is the document I'll put up there so you all can understand because I'm not a fucking lawyer, so I don't understand lawyer jargon. So you all can just, I'll put up there, and if you understand. I'm
a paladin. I understand everything this woman is saying. It's not really my job, it's my adventure.
It cool. But on the paper, it just says court date June 25th, and then it says it was 9 a.m. room 701. However, it was on the mediator thing, and it was really confusing to know if that was like the county or the mediation place. And I asked the mediation place where it was, and they didn't know. They couldn't tell me. So I text my ex because They probably could tell her, but they like torturing her because she's the kind of lady that they like to torture there. The mental health system is kind of fucked up. Satanic Ritual Beliefs Network notwithstanding. Hi, this is Jack. I'm a star. You're listening to 5 Minutes with Jack Star, but damn. Is this a good get? This is a good get, isn't it? Yeah, this is a good get. Okay. Oh, a reminder, fair use. I didn't even ask this woman's permission. She's just perfect for me by her own nature. Okay, well now I'm done. Thanks. Don't have a lawyer, and my ex is mad. I'm asking about the court case. He fucking started, by the way. He knows I don't have a lawyer, so I don't know what this man fucking expected. I don't, but I know everything's being documented now, so I know for a fact he has to fucking respond to me for sure, especially considering my fucking circumstances, because that won't look good in court if he doesn't, flat out, and we all know that. So it's not. So I text him, and I was like, "Am I?" Okay, this one might be a new guy, might be her guy, might be me, or it might be the perp. It's impossible for me to tell right now, but I'm going to keep listening. Notice that it's confusing. She says, I text him. So I text him. Who? Lady, who? Not all of us are psychic, okay? Just letting you know. supposed to I was like, do you know where this is at? I'm like, so I'm trying to figure out because that same day I have a psychiatrist appointment. And I just want to make sure, I'm going to be able to make it in time because I need my fucking meds. So.
Wow. Okay, so I'm not like that. I just sit around and wait, and then meds are brought to me by military personnel. So consider the advantages to relocation at Chez Cousy.
He doesn't know. He's like, oh, I sent an email to my lawyer. Thankfully, one of my family members reached out to me. That's cool. And gave me the 401. And she was like, hey, just in case. She's like, I recommend you just go anyway. And I was like, you know what? You're fucking right. So that's what I did. I went to the courthouse. And sure enough, it was the courthouse, thankfully. I got there on time and everything. And I had to represent myself, which sucked. So I go up there. I'm nervous because, in general, documents and legality stresses me the fuck out. So I go up there, tell the judge, I'm like, you know what, I'm really nervous. I'm so sorry if
This might be Casey Gwendolyn Kennedy right. Maybe. In some media markets. This is this story being told. That might be her words. That might be her saying it. It looks kind of like her. It looks a little bit like her. And then Casey was hoodwinked into having to make a lifetime restraining order against me when it wasn't me doing any of the harassment. It was somebody pretending to be me who eventually told her that he was responsible for putting her son in jail. I met him there. And she was told that she had to continue pretending that I was harassing her, or else something worse would happen. I'm sure that's what happened because she had the look of a sheep that had just seen the dog start killing its friends. So I didn't go to the next court hearing. I didn't contest the lifetime restraining order between myself and a woman I haven't seen the inside of since the 90s. That's what these people do. The CIA, the company, Belgab. They're effective.
I'm out of turn or whatever. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just nervous. And she's like, okay. And I tell her, and the lawyer, and I just want to let the court know. I was like, I'm going through the documents, and I saw that my mental health is being used against me. I was like, if we're using my mental health as the reason I need less visitation with my girls, then I request that we go back to where we started originally, which was 2017.
You have girls?
And I want to go back all the way to 2017 in regards to my mental health history because I've been documenting it since then.
So, in 2017, I started dating Allison. I did not start dating Casey again. Clearly, somebody's got the wrong name somewhere.
His lawyer physically jumped in the air. She was not expecting that shit. Because you know why? I'm pretty sure they were just hoping I didn't have a whole bunch of, proof or evidence of shit, or I wouldn't know how to defend myself.
Hi, we do. Hi. That really doesn't look like Casey. Doesn't look like Anita. Doesn't look like... Well, whatever. If it's okay with my sweetie, I'll bang the hell out of you. Do you mind? No, probably. This probably isn't the right time to fumble a relationship, is it? Okay, cool. Let's continue.
To say, these motherfuckers don't understand. I have been actively doing, mental health advocacy for a while, and I've been very much aware, just in case some law is good against me. I've been make sure to be very careful with how I word shit. So I just want to put this right now because I'm so irritated. I got so much to my life right now. I need you all to understand when I'm talking about my mental illness and I'm saying delusions.
Okay, that's Allison. Hi, sweetie. Sweetie, you're the best. You are the best. I'll have you in anybody, but this one would be a hard fourth choice to make number one in some media markets. Yeah, she looks like she'll kill me. No, that's just because of you, Pretty. I love you. No, they can't hear you. I promise. Oh my God. Apparently MV has a spirit box. No, I'm not going to record you. Okay, I love you. Bye.
Whatever with my manic thing. Here's the thing. I know you guys are trying to be like, don't downplay your gifts. No, I have to legally protect myself. That's what that is. When I'm talking in medical terms, it's literally to protect myself because you don't understand. With my family and what this lawyer wants to do and pounce on, they want me to just, you got to understand. There's the 5D, right? And there's the 3D. They're two separate things, two separate realms.
Oh my God.
They are together, but also apart.
Yes, they are. It's true.
I have to talk in medical terms in order to safely do my practice.
Wow.
That's what it is, guys.
Wow.
When I'm talking about my manic episode bipolar, I'm not trying to downplay it. I'm trying to connect the dots, you know? I'm trying to connect them together. So it can kind of make sense to a degree, because I have people watching me on my family that are actively trying to ensure I go to a long-term care facility.
Yeah, they don't want me to run into you.
Any sort of evidence, anything to prove I'm not, I think I would say lucid enough or like aware enough to like.
Lucid. But they know it. They know
be there for myself, basically.
Their whole
That's
power
what it is. I'm not trying to be near anything to y'all. I know y'all be like, don't do your gifts. No. I have to. Because first of all, you'll understand. You gotta understand. Before this whole spiritual journey I went on with, it was first solely mental health, and then I went through spiritual warfare, and then I became spiritual. That's what happened.
And yet you didn't run into a paladin, but you managed to.
So I will always talk in medical terms in regards to anything that's I would view psychic or divine, in my personal opinion. That's how I have to move in my realm.
Yeah.
I need you all to understand that, okay? So please, like, when I'm saying manic episode, manic delusions, and great delusion, whatever, like I'm using terminology like that, please understand I'm not actively trying to downplay my gifts. I'm actively trying to protect them. Yeah. That's what that is. Because my ex told me, like before everything went down, that he told me I should stop doing tarot because of the YouTube comments.
What a fucker.
He's watching my shit. My family's watching my shit, looking for any sort of slip up.
What an asshole.
And I'm letting you all right now, I got a lot of eyes on me. A lot of eyes. I know I don't have a huge follower account,
I'll be sure to help with that.
Behind the scenes, I got a lot going on.
Yeah.
And I do the best that I can. But that's what that is, okay?
I've been watching this reader for about...
So, I'm not going to change how I speak regarding to my gifts, because y'all need to understand it's really important I use medical terms.
It's very important. You do really well. I
have to describe my gifts, so that way they don't use that as a reason, because if let's just put it this way, my family's actively looking for any sort of reason, any sort of slip up to put me immediately in a long-term care facility. And I can't stress how much I don't want to go, because I know for a fact I don't need that level of care. I just know when I give a manic episodes, I need at most, technically, like, I sign the 5-day waiver all the time. Like, in the United States, there's a 5-day waiver you can sign. And if you're, like, good within the 5 days, you get discharged, because if they can't find a reason to hold you back, they let you go. However, if you don't sign it, they can hold you.
That must be what happens to you when you call me up and you ask for sex.
So, but usually majority of the time when I sign it, I get out within the 5 days.
Yeah.
I don't need to beat it along. I just need to recalibrate, and I'm like, fine. Like, really, I think 5 days is like pretty good. I'm on average, I'm there on 7 because for the weekends
5 days
mainly.
of
So like
astral
usually
sex
it's
with
like a
somebody
week, and I'm like, good.
That's awesome.
I don't need 30 days to be in that place.
Yeah,
On top of that, too,
30
that
days
would just feel like
either.
a fucking prison. And I don't want to fucking go.
Well, I don't want to fucking have you be my
and
astral
it pisses
sex
me off
partner
because my
when
brother
you
tries
fucking
to
know.
upsell it to me. He's like, oh, well, they have all these really cool things. They got like Reiki healing and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, if it sounds so great, Alex, you can check your ass in.
Right.
Go check your ass in if it sounds so fucking great. Oh,
right.
Doesn't want to. Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound that great, does it? He said it sounded like a little vacation. I was like, you're more than welcome to check yourself in and take it.
Right.
Doesn't want to do that, though. Guess it's not that fucking nice if you don't want to fucking go.
He doesn't get astral sex with me. He gets
nice,
tortured
but
by
doesn't want to go there
pinhead.
either, huh?
Not everybody gets astral sex with me.
Anyway,
It's pretty much just you and your sister.
His lawyer jumped at that. And now, but here's the thing, though. I have it in the court record that they need to go back to 2017. And here's the thing that these... I'm going to probably post this...
By the way,
probably my petty ass will post this video.
I still haven't seen your asshole.
Because I have the mediation meeting on the 9th. I'm going to post it probably an hour before the mediation. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to post it an hour before the mediation, and then I'll do an update about how it goes afterwards, all right? Cool.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, because if I post it before his team and everything will get the fucking idea, like, blah, blah, blah. I don't want them to have that. I want them to be surprised as how much I was surprised. But anyway, the thing that I want to do in the mediation when we're going there is because, so here's the thing. My ex is paying the retainer for the mediator.
Your ex.
However, once
What's your ex?
when that breaks, which is going to be pretty fucking quick because apparently it's like $350 a goddamn hour, which is more...
$350 to sell my astral partner. It's not even me. Fuck you, Belgab.
Than my fucking paychecks, mind you. Yeah, that's how small my paychecks are every fucking week. It sucks. It sucks. Wages have remained stagnant, and shit has continuously gone up.
Including
I
my
have
dick.
a job. I take care of my health. I do everything that I fucking can. But I just I can't control. To a degree, I can't control what employers pay me, and it's bullshit because employers don't want to fucking pay me. I cannot. It is so fucked up how bad companies don't want to pay people.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
They
don't even pay me.
Of like the building I live in, not live in,
Let me
but
guess,
that
that's okay
I
for
work
you,
in.
right?
They have my company makes everyone do a stupid employee fucking quiz. My director told every single one to say, "Hey, ask for more money." The director of the building, of the whole entire work building,
Yeah.
literally told
Asking
everyone
me is probably
to
not a
say,
good
"Hey,
idea because I'm
ask
not
for
the
more
one
money
that's
because
fucking making this fucking
can't
deal.
pay us more money because the corporation
Remember,
won't let
somebody
me.
else pretends to be
Corporation won't
me.
let her."
Yeah. That's the one you married, lady.
So, just so everyone gets a fucking idea, before you all tell me, "Oh, get another job." The job market sucks right now. It sucks. It sucks.
Yeah, I bet.
At least I have one. Fuck. At least I have one. So I got that.
Well,
But
at
anyway,
least you have a wife.
what I want in mediation, what I'm going to tell them to do in mediation, is because I genuinely believe my family, all my family and my ex are actively conspiring
Who's your ex?
against
Is
me.
that
Me in a long-term care facility, not because of my genuine health care that they say they care about. I think they do it because I think there's some sort of self-interest and benefit if they fucking do it. Because the actions they have been doing to try and get me in there definitely
It's just gonna
seems like
lobotomize you.
forced and incredibly strategic, manipulative, and malicious, to be honest, in my personal
Yeah, I
opinion.
hate you. I wonder why.
So when we go there, first of all, I emailed the mediator. I was like, what happened if we get past the retainer? Who's on the fucking hook for it? Because I said ahead of time, I can't afford this shit, so I don't want to go into debt because my asshole ex, who has so much fucking money, purposely put me into debt so he can fuck me over and try and take my kids away.
I seem to remember saying that earlier on in this recording. Jack Michelson, paladin, adventurer, explorer, wet towel to cry on, and voluntarily celibate, I will say. So why the fuck they're making a deal with my astral self so that this woman can complain about being fleeced for? It's because all these women are getting roughed off. It's all the same guy and team of men doing it. And they're all busy having sex with Astral Michael Kuzi, who's actually this other guy who's really not that good in bed. That's why he has to borrow my energy. Is everybody up to speed here? It's quite a complicated case.
I don't care. I am very rightfully mad. This is a vlog, and I'm going to express my emotions. I'm going to expel the energy that's within me because that's healthy, and I'm venting to my camera.
Yeah.
And I also have a therapy session coming up, just I think in 2 or 3 days. So as a FYI, so I am still seeking therapy because I always have been since 2017.
I'm not seeking therapy. I am seeking for Bo Raddick to come back and have a little chat with me.
I'm trying to say I'll take my meds to be there as well too, which is also great, awesome. Anyway,
I'm not going to say he's a warlock who does all of this because he's not.
Okay, so what I want to do in the mediation is I want
That's his
this.
brother.
If they're going to try and use my mental health against me, then here's what I want. First of all, I want all my medical records, including my therapy sessions from my first therapist when I was with Zach and my current therapist.
I bet you
I want
you
all
want a
those
lot of
notes
stuff.
incorporated into this fucking court case and this mediation to see how, just so we can, because I want to provide evidence of my mental stability.
You're not worried so
and
much
that
about
means
little
I have to
Michael
go
Kuzi, are
fucking
you?
all in, and I'm fine with that.
Let me guess,
I'm fine.
you never
The
heard of me,
problem
right?
is it's going to be
You
so
never
much
heard of me, right?
documentation, so much shit to look through.
Have
That's
you
going to
heard
cost
of
a
me?
lot of fucking money.
Michael Clifford Kuzi, have you heard
That's
of
the
me?
goddamn problem, because I don't want just my medical records. I'm happy to give my physical and mental for sure. Don't mind. I have no issues giving all my mental health information, especially with my therapist. Because that has to be in there. Because with my first therapist, I started off with postpartum depression, and then we kind of diagnosed me with ADHD. Turned out to be wrong. I ended up being bipolar in the end.
I think this is-
But with my first therapist, I talked about being postpartum, and then I talked about my relationship with Zach. And she was
Zach.
there for the entire duration of the relationship with Zach. And guess what? She was even there when we split up. And guess what the sessions were about? Me trying to be in me trying to like maintain the relationship with my ex on a good, healthy term. And it didn't pan out because Zach just doesn't want to fucking listen to me. Period. Ever. He just wants to do shit his way and disregards. Literally, if I advocate for myself with my mental health, he completely disregards it. And then he does his own thing and he claims, oh, he cares about my mental health. I know you're watching this bitch.
Consider that guy to be like a therapist because he's a deep cover side.
So I want all that. On top of that, too, I want all communication between him, my parents, my brother, my sister, his dad, and his stepmom, and anyone who's talked about mental health. But I want all communications across all devices, all social media platforms, because I want proof that these assholes are not conspiring to put me in there for their own selfish needs. I want proof. I want evidence. And I can't prove that unless we get that evidence because I'm tired of them claiming they care. But I know they're saying shit behind my fucking back and I can't prove it. But
notice that this woman has misspoken. She said that she wants proof that they're not because she can't prove that they are without proof that they're not. But yeah, she's kind of losing it, which makes sense since I'm Michael Clifford Cousy, clandestine substance abuse counselor to the stars with nothing on paper. I think I'm the only one left.
If we're talking about mental health and my support system, because my family comes up like they're my support system, if my support system really supports me, then they shouldn't have an issue handing over all their communication between all social media platforms and devices. In my personal fucking opinion, I'm aware that's going to be a lot of fucking communication and a lot of fucking documents. I did not start this shit, though.
They clone it through a computer. There's a phone in Germany that has the originals, and then it's bounced all over the world from Antarctica to Nome, Alaska. And then you get boxes and boxes and boxes of transcripts that is of completely no use to anyone, including you. Meanwhile, in Germany, or Zug, Zug, they keep on doing everything they're doing because it's mostly a robot. That's how sophisticated this is. It's like Leisure Suit Dr. No.
I did not start this shit, but I had to fucking defend myself, and that's the best fucking way is to get all the goddamn evidence about my mental health, about how they've been treating me with my mental health, and how I have been constantly trying to just fucking conquer and just be
resisting the male sex organ by having sex with her children in astral, where they use somebody else's sexual energy to empower these artificially created crystal false matrix phantoms that are purported to be the real thing. That's the Matrix for geeks. They even pay for it too. Yeah, don't use the Matrix, kid. Give your neighbor a hug.
Resilient through all their bullshit just to maintain sanity. The thing that's so fucking sad is, look, living in my car sucks. It's not a fun time. It's not. However, sadly, I have been so much fucking happier. I have been so much calmer. I've had so much clarity and mental peace that, like...
Drive to my house. We'll have a great time.
I'm happy. It's sad.
I'm glad you're happy. She does look happy. I can accept you in a new body, by the way. I think I know which one that is. I'm not mad at you. Unnamed former MK active agent. But you kind of hate me because you've been weaponized against me. Because you've been led to believe that I'm the network administrator that is doing this to you. I'm not. I've never had that job. You might have had that job. No, I have the job where I'm a paladin who works for God. Maybe you've heard of me, but if you have, they've blotted it out with scopolamine and methamphetamine and hypnotic regression techniques developed in the 60s by the KGB and DARPA. Oh shit, is that classified? Is that secret? Oops. Scusi, me ligretti.
I'm happy living out of my fucking car than I was living with my fucking parents and my brother. Do you know how fucked up that is? Do you know how messed up that is?
Yeah.
To realize when you're on your own, you're happier struggling to survive than being in a padded prison of comfort.
Yeah. That's why when you broke free, they didn't tell the child left behind who wondered where its mommy was, and they just told the child that they were you, and then you went off to Chicago or somewhere and then lived a life without me, and now you want your child who's been replaced by that one you left behind. So by the time you catch up to them, they won't give you your real child, your real child. They'll give you a clone of the one that they made by removing you from the time stream and pretending that you were a different person while killing you and bringing you back to life unlawfully, illegally, and unholy. I know these things because I'm actually a paladin on a mission from God, and I know how this is done to people. It's pretty harsh. It's really harsh. But the good news is I don't have to fix this woman with my dick. We can play with it, but we don't have to. It's not like a mandatory thing. Some women is probably mandatory. This one, not so much. I can tell by the way she looks and by which one she is, and the fact that I can go down on her. I can go down on her. No problem. Literally. No problem. Not many paladin can say that.
Because the thing is here, too, that you'll understand, when you're in those mental hospitals, you don't have freedom. If I'm in the large term facility, I don't have freedom. I can't work.
She'll never have freedom. She can't have anyone go down on her. I have freedom. I can go down on anyone, but I choose not to. That makes my consent more valuable.
Those facilities are mainly meant for people who cannot hold a job.
Sweetie, you can't hold, give, take, or even think about a job in any media market. And you know why.
I can hold a job down. I've been working the same job for I think over 3 years now.
3 years. Yeah, so her job is to, well, it was to service her ex-boyfriend whenever he wanted, or her ex-husband or her ex-partner. The system administrator guy, he rolls into the town where his women work, and their job is to fix whatever he needs fixed in the server record while he gets blown. They go to the private server room, and the MK active will drop to her knees and blow the guy. I'm going to call him the guy instead of the perp because let's leave some of the mystery to the imagination. Anyway, he's the fixer. He goes to places where it needs to have their telemetry fixed. If somebody gets caught, he can uncatch them. He's like a ghost. He's off the grid. He's off the system, and he has all of these women programmed with stolen MK Ultra drugs and stolen MK Ultra technology and stolen fucking pocket watches that fucking hypnotize them with. And he does this through a variety of means, up to and including pretending that Michael Kuzi's doing it. I'm actually smart enough to figure it out. I'm also smart enough not to be that kind of a traitor, because when they catch this guy, they're gonna fucking hang him. It won't work. He's a fucking undead vampire at this point, but they are gonna fucking hang him. Some high crimes and misdemeanors you need to fucking hang him for. And I'm smart enough to have figured all this out and to have been savvy enough to put it on the internet at the right time, in the right way, without being at all obvious about preparing for this day for my entire life, and not be risking federal charges of obstruction, witness tampering, conspiracy to deny people civil rights. Hi, everybody. Hi. You still have your civil rights. That's because of me, not because there's only one person. I can't conspire with myself. I could conspire with God and Jesus Christ, but we don't. No, we don't do that at all. In fact, they're never here. It's just me. It's just me and a bunch of people squatting in my house. Squatting in my house, tearing it apart, robbing me blind. Thanks, Castle Rock. You sure got me to shut up, didn't you? Woo! Maybe you better double down and try to kill me again. Waka waka.
It's not a fun job. It's not a hard job either. But it's a fucking job. And I show up. I do it. I work with my coworkers. Fuck. I don't even mind get to the point that the court gets witness testimonies from my coworkers. Even my boss. Because actually my mom and my boss for some reason communicated when I had an episode. So that's kind of weird. So I do want documentation of that as well too. So I'm curious about that because that's kind of weird. Because I honestly don't even know how my mom and her got together, to be honest.
I know them. One of them's Babs, the other one's Marcia. Mar, CIA, Babs, boobs. The other one's Julia, or Julie, and the other one's Katie, and they knew each other through Five Eyes, and then they were in the Foreign Service. And my mother probably knew them all too. In fact, she looks like my mom, so that's probably my cousin. It's a small world after all.
Like how they texted each other, that really confuses me, and I would like to have some clear communication on that, to be honest. Curious about that. But yeah, so yeah, that's what I want. Because I don't feel like I can move in good faith with mediation until, one, I have a lawyer, first of all. I don't want to continue mediation until I have a fucking lawyer to present myself, because this so far has been...
You need a class action. Why is there not a class action? You're on the internet, but there's no class action? That's because you're the decoy. There is a class action. They just don't want me to know about it. You're the one I get to hear about and have for a few months. And since I appeared to buy it, according to the YouTube algorithm, I do watch your videos, not just because you're hot, I actually listen. And there is a class action, but this doesn't include me or you because we're the sacrificial lambs. And at the last minute, they replace you with Allison and me with myself, who is myself, and then we disappear into a disintegration of nothingness, and then they roll in some robots in the future. That actually hasn't happened yet, but that's the plan for these AI synthetics that are trying to take over the world. I've gone through it, 4 or 16 or 128 times now. I'm the failsafe, but that's not important right now. Class action lawsuit, lady. Like they had for Assange, but effective.
Bullshit. 2, I want all my medical records, physical and mental, with my therapist and the hospitals as well, too. I want all of them included into the shit.
Cool, I want to see those too.
I want all communications between my parents, my brother, my sister, him,
You have a sister?
possibly his dad as well, too, and his stepmom, and anyone, and also probably his girlfriend, because I feel like they've been slandering my name behind my back.
Oh.
I really do. Anyone my ex has talked to about my mental health, I want communications of that. I want documentation of that.
Yeah.
And the thing is, seriously, like, I really don't think I'm asking for a lot.
not
It's
crazy.
just, it's a lot of paperwork and shit to shuffle through.
Of course, that's probably because they stole my weed, right?
If we're really going to sit there and say I'm mentally incapable of taking care of my kids, then we should be thorough about that shit. We should not be cherry picking instances and then judging off that. No. We should go back all the way to 2017. And on top of that, too,
Definitely.
I've been documenting my mental health journey for, like, on social media. And my psychic shit links together, so, like, you know, like...
I love you.
I don't know how that's going to play out, to be honest.
I love you.
I really don't.
I will help everybody
But
I
I
can.
genuinely think those are fair demands.
Those are.
Especially if it's for my mental health. I'm not, and the thing is, I'm not budging on this shit either. I'm not. I'm going to make a big stink out of it in the mediation.
That's fine. I'm right there
Because
with
it
you.
shouldn't be a fucking issue. Honestly,
Well,
I
you're
should
right,
not,
it
like, the
shouldn't be,
requirement
but
to try to get me into a large long-term care facility is completely ridiculous. On top of that, too, Zach is not part of my fucking mental health care, like, plan. Like, he's not part of my support system. The only time I text this man regarding my mental health is when I know I'm getting into a manic episode. And I have consistent documentation
Is she talking about
of
me?
hitting him up, telling him, hey, I'm getting kind of manic. I need you to hold the girls for a little bit. Are you
Oh,
okay with that?
no, that's not me.
Because I always ensure when I'm going into a manic episode, I'm not around the girls because I don't know how the manic episode is going to go sometimes. You don't know.
Mania is caused through a chemical imbalance that is triggered by the guy that she calls to take the kids. He drugs her to make her go crazy, and then when she goes crazy, she gets high, and then she calls me and pretends to want sex, and then somebody else gets sex. And then this is all coordinated by the company switchboard, who then takes all that sexual energy and shunts it to the matrix to power their robots, which are people just having a delusion. Is everybody keeping up? Because it's a pretty fucking clever plan. This isn't the one you should trust. That's a different one.
You don't know, so you'd rather be safe than sorry. I just, like, if I'm getting manic and I know the girls, I just don't want to test it. I don't want to test it. I don't want to put myself in this. I don't want to put myself nor the girls in that situation to begin with.
I agree.
So I always make sure to text him, hey, I'm getting kind of manic. I'll tell him I'm getting manic and you can watch the girls. Every time.
Oh.
And they're trying to say I'm violent around the girls.
Well, you're
My
violent right
family's
now.
trying to say I'm violent.
Wait, you're violent right now.
I'm violent because I'm angry in this, like, in my own car. I'm expressive because my family is clearly targeting me.
Yeah.
Obviously,
You're the
for
weakest
reasons
link.
I genuinely don't understand. Aside from the fact they just don't want to. They don't want to, nor do they understand me.
Yeah, I understand.
Because let me tell y'all right now.
I'm not just blowing smoke, but
Since I've been posting my whole entire
understand.
courts thing on specifically Instagram
better
stories,
than most.
his friends have been seeing it. And I got curious because a couple of his friends saw one specific video and stopped watching for a while, and I got kind of curious.
You're an asshole.
And I did a tarot reading on my ex. You can have the money you want, bitch, but your actions reveal who you really are. And I know for a fact a lot of your friends are really disappointing you because they didn't think you were this guy, because you didn't portray yourself to be this kind of guy. That's not the guy you wanted to be. Right. You wanted to be this really cool, I'm like funny, I love animals, I take care of special needs animals because we got a dog, Scooby, from adopted from who was rescued from a North Korean, I think a South Korean meat farm. Oh, yeah. And then we got Hermes, which he likes to claim credit. He got Hermes. People give him credit for getting Hermes. Hermes is a 3-legged dog pit bull who has an ear up and an ear down. That was my find. Wow. I found Hermes, but I never get credit for finding Hermes. And Zach gets credit for finding Hermes, which is bullshit. And Hermes is a funny dog.
Zach is the brother of Stephen A. Basquette, who's a high-level KKK ranking bishop. Anybody know that? Yeah, he is. And the KKK is run by the NSA. No shit.
So yeah, no, because
Hey Jeff, you want to buy me some more? You want to fucking silence me and then have that turn out to be fine? I guess so. Just block me and cut off my mic and then everything's fine. Right, Jeff? Right, Jeff? Jeff? Right, Jeff? Jeff?
Take care of special needs dogs, and I'm a girl dad. I'm so well, but like no, people to a degree. Because I have a feeling he's going to see this. I'm happy people see who you really are and how you genuinely treat me.
Jeff, you're an asshole. You're a fucking asshole. That's why you banned me. You know there's nothing I'm going to be saying nice about you when I find out what you do. Because even by asshole standards, you're an asshole prime deluxe. And I just explained how your paychecks come from the NSA and the KKK and the casino, I'm sure. Plus you got Nazi regalia tattooed all over your arms, not your forehead at least. And people know that about you, and you're tough. Dude, I like you. I genuinely like you. I think you're cool. You're no Bo Raddick. That's for sure.
Because I know for a fact you have been lying about my mental health, my mental health severity to your friends.
Yeah.
Based on how we talked.
Jeff, you're a douche. Seriously, that's just not cool. It's just not cool. Why have a KKK if Whitey's going to be just as bad as the threats that you're claiming everyone else is? Well, the answer is you shouldn't have one, okay? You have something else, and then you use it for what you're using it for, which is kind of the secret point. See, I read Gone with the Wind. Fuck you, dude.
And what you've claimed, because I will never forget about how you claimed I claimed I was hallucinating in a room full of spiders, which is bullshit. I've explained this vlog 1 what I said. I'm not explaining in this one.
I've seen
but
the
if
spiders.
You want to know what I said about the spider thing, go to vlog 1.
Spiders are no joke.
So
they're real.
I know for a fact, Zach, you do not have my good intentions. You do not have good intentions for me. Considering how this all started out,
his brother and his brother.
No. You're not doing this for the girls. You're doing this to punish me, and I don't know why. But my personal opinion, you're doing.
I took care of Zach's cat, Lily. We had a good time. I don't have anything against Zach or his brother. I like his brother. And these guys who download into bodies and run around the internet, they're batshit insane, but they just don't know it yet. That's because they're in denial and they're drug and sex addicts. That's why this is a complicated case involving apparent time travel and time shifting, but not time travel, because those two other things are different and hard to explain to a judge. So, yeah, we got 21 minutes left on this woman, so I better shut up, huh?
This is because when we broke up and we were divorced and all this shit, clearly you thought I was going to be a mess over you. That's what it genuinely feels like, because I don't know why, to be honest. I don't really care. But I think to a degree it really upsets you that I had a major glow up when we got divorced. I think you're jealous of that because, well, like, you got a girlfriend, so it doesn't really matter, right? You got a girlfriend, so, like, why do you care what I think about your body? But I got a glow up. I know for a fact I got a fucking glow up.
Jeff,
like a couple glow ups.
I'm going to bang your ex.
Because I had to deal with, like, 2 other guys I was talking to online. They also gave me glow ups, so, like, whatever. But, like, I know that irritates them to a fucking degree.
Yeah, because I really can.
And the fact that I'm not jealous, because I know when we talked on the phone, like, because a long time ago,
but
like,
the fact that I would be nicer
in
at it.
couples therapy originally, we agreed before the divorce that if we have a partner
Mentally ill women.
that we introduce each other to the partners, just to get an idea and understanding who we are, blah, blah, blah. He agreed to that. He got a girlfriend. I've been single. I've not had a boyfriend since. Or whatever. I have not been in a relationship since.
Oh, that's too bad.
I was like, oh, you told me you had a girlfriend. I was like, oh, okay, so like, when can I meet her? Like, when should we do the meetup? And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, well, in couples therapy, we agreed that like we meet like partners, just so we get an idea of like who they are so that way we feel comfortable with them being around the kids. Well, I remember. So
you can find them later and stalk and harass them is the real reason.
That. Okay, but like, that's what you said in couples. Like, you promised this. Like, I've been remembering this because in the case I actually find a decent person, I would want to introduce you to so you have an idea who they are, like who they're like, what they're like and everything,
Eni, will you be my beard? Can we just pretend to be lovers and then enrage people? That would be funny. I don't have any other beards. I don't even think beard is the appropriate word there. Can I be your... No. I'd want to be, instead of a beard, I'd want to be your milksop fluffer. Thanks.
And he like just didn't want to do it. Because here's the thing. If
I want to do it and be the pretend milksop fluffer. Just saying. Milksop fluffer, MF. I don't want to be a GF, I want to be an MF. Don't answer in the comments below. Just send a telepathic 5D signal. And then you can gush in my mouth with whichever body fluid appropriately satisfies your needs.
I found some.
Hi, I'm Koozie Michael Clifford, a.k.a. Melchizedek, a.k.a. Jeff, Silent D, a.k.a. Jackstar, Destroyer of Dreams. What? It's a good name.
One, especially if it was a man, I know for a fact he would probably realistically want to meet them before around the girl.
Oh yeah, I'm a man, yeah. I'm a man and a guy. Do they still have those?
Girls. But because...
Girls. Do you mean your puppies that turn into dogs when they turn 13, or do you mean your girls that turn into wolves when they turn 26? Either way, I'm good.
It's him, and he's dating a woman. Clearly...
I don't need to remind everybody I didn't like children even when I was one, although... I don't know, they tend to like me when I start having sex with their mother.
There should be an exception. Even though women can also be predators too as well. Just FYI.
Not gonna lie, I don't know if that woman is the mother. Fuck, Jeff could be. And then I am a mother and I always will be, which is awkward for a paladin with a working dick who wears a kilt. Let's focus on what's important. Milksop fluffer. Thank you.
And we got into a tiff about it. Because he sat there and he was like, do you not trust me? Do you not trust my judgment? I was like, no, I don't trust your judgments. Because there's a history of me being like, hey, that person's shitty. You should like stop hanging out with them. He's like, I don't know them. You don't know them like I do. They're good people. And then, I ended up being right, basically. I can name 2 instances where I've been right about that. One time we were playing League of Legends online, and we were like, there was this chick that joined because we were playing. It was a group of people we always played League of Legends with. I can't remember the guy's name. We'll just call him John. So John had
Is that John with Danny? Yeah, I love this culture.
Girl he met online, and they were dating, whatever. But then the girl, we'll say Candy was obviously flirting with Zach in the chat of our fucking League of Legends matches and shit. And I told him, I was like, hey, I don't really like Candy. She's clearly flirting with you. You should stop talking to her or tell John about it because this is crossing a line. Oh, no.
Okay. That's because nobody flirts with you because you're mean. The reason why you're mean is because you're with somebody who doesn't give you huggies and cuddles. They give you something else. And they give you something else because you're satisfied with that, and that's what you really want. And since that's all you get, and you have girls, and then you're in an awkward position, that's how you've been trafficked into this awkward situation. Now, I'm not going to say I'm not going to do that, because that's obviously not what I do. But I will say that the reason why people aren't giving you help, and the reason why people treat you like garbage at the mental health places, is because you kind of walked into the situation. That's the trap. I don't like it any better than you do, but at least the good thing is that you don't have to call Obi-Wan Kenobi. He'll tell you, I'm your only hope.
Oh, no. Candy's with John. No, we're just talking. We're just friends.
My rates are very reasonable. First one is free, but I don't think you're going to get a first.
Okay. Guess what?
I'm just going to bill you for last.
Guess what? Candy messages Zach and wants to do, and says something about his dick and how she wants, I don't remember what the fuck it was because it's so goddamn years ago. But basically Candy was like, I want you, ambitious bunny. I want your dick or something like that. She said she wanted him. And I just sat there and I was like.
It was a sting. You were being set up by undercover cops with the KKK and NSA who were testing you to see if you were mentally ill or what. And they were teasing you because apparently they hate people like you, which is dumb. I don't like people like you any better, but it does seem to be a pretty major hate crime to have these people in charge of investigating this be subsumed with hatred. That's cute. You look cute there. Just saying, I'm freezing it at 32, 35. That's a cute face. I know exactly what I would do with that face. I would tell you a joke.
I was like, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's Anita right there.
So, of course, he told John, and John dumped Candy because that was not cool, because we don't do that shit up in this bitch.
Oh, my God. That was Donna pretending to be Candy.
And then there's another guy named Josh. And Josh fucking hated me. And Josh was a really good friend of fucking Zach. And let me tell you some bullshit that went
I know this entire culture from the other side.
down with Josh and Zach's friend group specifically. So Josh shat on me all the goddamn time. All the fucking time. And I know it's because he's an insecure little white man who's like balding and shit. And just like I know that for a fact. I want to point out, Josh is this type of fucking guy. I introduced him to, like, I don't know why I did this to her. I'm so fucking sorry to you, Tracy. But, like, I introduced him to, like, a coworker I had because I thought they'd get along. I thought they had sex or whatever. And then he shamed her for not being on birth control because he didn't want to wear a condom. He shamed her for having sex with him, and he shamed her for her letting him have sex with her without a condom. Bitch, what is with white men and not taking any fucking accountability that's up in his goddamn reality? What the?
Why don't you pay attention to your own relationships? Oh, that's right, you are. I guess it's complicated, huh?
Fuck. So, like, when I found that out, I immediately hated Josh. Like, I hated him a lot, but after that, I was like, fuck that asshole. And I told Zach about this. He's like, oh, well. It's like, okay. So, whatever. So, things.
She had a one-night stand with Josh.
Josh had a fuck. Josh wanted to move out of whatever fucking red state he was in, and we had a house that we just got. We weren't even in there for a full year, and he.
So, the man, the Josh that this person just said something, and then I said she had a one-night stand with him, and she regrets it. Then she starts explaining how she had a house with him. That's 5D reality for you. There are no secrets. There are, however, ways to be more polite than this. And in 4 minutes, well, I'll show you what those are.
It was like, I'm gonna have Josh like rent out the room and like live with us. And I was like, why? Like, I was like, can we not do that? Like, I don't really want Josh here. Well, Josh is in need. I was like, fine. And it was awful. It was awful. I hated when he lived there. I hated it. It was awful. He was such a dick. He was always a dick to me. But here's the thing that's really bullshit. So here's the thing. Zach has a friend named Lulu. Personally, I think Lulu has a crush on Zach for a long time. I don't know. I don't care. I don't talk to her anymore, nor his friends or anything, because I don't game anymore. I just like don't fuck. I don't have time to.
Going on and on and on about other people's relationships is a really good way of displaying that you don't care about them. Oh, wait. Maybe not.
Before you do anything else today, put your phone number in the link below.
Don't do that.
Tomorrow morning, you'll get your first free AI researched stock alert.
Don't do that.
Over 300,000 traders already did.
Nope, don't do that. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Not at all.
I don't game anymore. I just like don't I don't have time to game. I don't game. I would love to game. I can't game anymore. Josh was flirting with Lulu a lot, which is not surprising because, to be honest,
However,
Josh and Lulu, if you're watching this, I genuinely have no hate for you. I just want to let you know, I'm just sharing my experience.
I have no idea who Lulu is. My knowledge of this side of the kiddie pool, it's very shallow in the kiddie pool, but there is a rabbit hole. I take that first thing. I don't stay in the kiddie pool. I leave. I go hunting rabbits. Now, I don't know what this person does, but if they have children, they're forced to conclude that they should associate with other people who have children because reasons. So I'm not going to say this is bad, but I will say I'm just going to let her talk.
Okay. So Lulu kind of like flirts with a lot of guys online because she gets stuff that way. And I'm not hating on the grind. I'm not hating on it. To a degree, I respect it, but that's just kind of how she is. So she was flirting with Josh and blah, 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 blah. They're flirting, whatever. And then Josh became a complete asshole to Lulu. Guess what? As soon as Josh was a dick to Lulu, Zach kicked Josh out of the fucking Discord and cut him off. And I sat there and asked him, I was like, I have a question. I was like,
here's what probably happened. They replaced Josh with a different Josh. And then they intentionally had Josh say something terrible so that there'd be a reason to kick Josh from the server. So Josh could still remain on the server as somebody else's name and thus do deep cover work on IRC, which is not that hard if you just have a different name and the complicit cooperation of the server network administrator that you were working for, because he's the vampire of your meth guild. So I don't think Eni's considered that possibility, but Eni's been played with a lot. Sorry, Eni. I wish I could help more, but hopefully analyzing all your flaws in your story will go a little ways towards giving you the respect you deserve.
Josh treated me like shit for years and you didn't do shit about it? How come he was mean to Lulu one time and you immediately cut him off? Why is she so special? How come she gets that treatment? How come she'd have to endure the shit I had to fucking endure? Bitch could not explain.
It's because they all work together in a secret, deep state, subversive fifth column group. Kind of called Medusa, but maybe not. I'm not sure what Medusa does. Hi, Medusa. They didn't really recruit me very well. And I work for God already, so it's not really necessary to be recruited by those kind of people. And I think I have to bring in a trophy or a proof of awesomeness in order to do that kind of thing. So I'm just going to keep on talking about what I'm talking about here. Hey, I recognize you. You're Allison. Hi. Hi, sweetie. Hi. There's a lot of Allisons, but there's only one that looks like that. I love you. God, I miss you. What? Oh, you know, she can't. She's trying to talk, but she can't talk when she's frozen.
Bitch could not explain, nor did he want to. Because he doesn't see me as a fucking person. That's what it is.
That's terrible.
I think it's something
You are a person. Hi, sweetie. Just because you're frozen in time and I can talk to you and you're there and you can't move, and he knows what that's like because he jumps in and out of the Matrix too. That's a separate issue. That doesn't make you not a person. Technically, he's all frozen too. Anyway, that comes about because of something else. I'll tell you that later. It really is complicated and it's kind of classified for sure. I love you. I love you. I love you.
the degree of like, I honestly think if Zach fucks a lady, he just instantly like sees her value decrease because she allowed me to like fuck her, so clearly she's like, it's something along those lines. And
yeah, exactly. Women who give in to what they're saying when they're in a different body, if they seduce a woman and they say, okay, I'll have sex with you later, and then they show up in a plastic body and the woman fucks them anyway, they think that means the woman is no good. She can't be trusted because they're that fucking racially pure. And they can jump in and out of plastic bodies and take them to Mars and shit, and jump into the Matrix. And it doesn't occur to them that this is a strange metric for societal advancement, because they're racially supreme, and they control the military cell phone surveillance network, and they all used to run with Project Looking Glass, which is now destroyed. Allison, stop it, really? Oh, Allison just said that I'm her hero. Oh, thank you, baby. I love you too.
To a degree, too. Keep in mind, I can't prove this part. This is what it feels like. He became much more of a dick when he started dating his girlfriend. And to be honest, the energy kind of feels like with him is, oh, look how awful I can treat my ex-wife, so you can appreciate how much I treat you better.
Yeah. Homofag spurg lords that are addicted to crystal methamphetamine and are drug and sex addicts and in complete raving denial are pretty insane. But the ones who aren't in denial and do it willingly because they serve the Dark Lord, who isn't even Satan, they're even more insane. And they're in positions of power all over the United States. And we're tracking them down. And if it's going to be one by one, house to house, door to door search, that's what it'll take. Because these Medusa fuckers, well, they hurt my feelings and they made fun of my cat, and they haven't let me get a hug for 4.5 years because they think that I'm not even allowed to have sex with plastic women. For all these reasons and more, I've decided to scalp them and burn their headquarters to the ground.
I feel very confident that's what that is. I really feel confident, because then she's appreciative of how he treats her, because she looks over at how he's treating me and she's like, oh, glad I'm not her. I know, to a degree, I kind of know that's how it is. I don't know. That's my suspicion that...
With no upper limit. And those of you who are federal employees shouldn't feel threatened, because I'm not going to scalp you by accident. I'm not going to scalp you at all. I've just decided to scalp you, which is totally different than actually scalping you. And nobody who works for the federal government should feel threatened by Jack Star ever, since I'm a citizen. This is my job. I'm supposed to do this. Okay. Thankfully, I've just undergone a 14-year examination under the hot lights and a microscope. I'm pretty sure they're not going to raid me here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not the Unabomber. No, I'm a paladin. I work for God. I'm on mission to destroy the illusion of separation, which regrows instantly, so don't worry. It's kind of like being a really good satirist. Is everybody clear now? I don't even want to play chess with children. Fuck, they don't even know why.
That's kind of like my inkling.
Some of them think I'll give them candy. No, I won't.
Because he became so much more of a dick when he started having a girlfriend. And here's the thing. I don't want that man back. Like, I cannot stress how much I don't want that man back. I don't want to be in a relationship with him because...
Sweetie, I agree. That's why if you have a relationship again, you should probably let people know about the 4 secret spouses you already have.
It did not work. I was miserable. I was insecure. He made me feel awful about myself all the fucking time. He only commented on my physical appearance. He never commented on, like, my personality. It was just because...
Yeah, because in my case, you kept changing it. But you weren't aware, because that's what distributed consciousness does when Kaiser Soze's wife is on the line.
It's like, look. I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to be like, I'm the hottest shit on the planet, but I know I'm a solid goddamn 6. I'm a solid 6.
Sweetie, you're a 10. You're an absolute 10. I love you.
That's a little bit above average. So, like...
Absolute 10.
I know I got body. I know I do. But it was just like, he just commented about all my appearance. He never commented about, like, what I did, what I do, my, like nothing like that. Like, he never made me feel emotionally fulfilled, and that was the problem in the relationship. And you know what happened? And you know what caused the divorce in our fucking...
The problem with her relationship was that she was dating homo-faggot spurglords that were working for a splinter cell terrorist organization called Medusa, who works within the NSA and the KKK to eliminate plastic people from society by forcing them to be bred out of existence, which itself is a way of breeding out humans. Is it the 4th or the 5th Holocaust? Oh, it's a terrible thing. Spiritual battle. It's awful. Now, back to your debrief.
Marriage? He was having an emotional affair with his fucking coworker when I was healing from my first manic episode. I will never forget. We had an event planned. We had a convention to go to. Like, we were going to go to a convention. We were going to go to a convention together. And this was in the middle of us being rocky and still trying to figure shit out. Because things were really rocky and we thought this would be a good time or whatever. We like got separate beds. We didn't get beds together. We got separate beds because we were like, we just like, it was weird. We were trying though. And
I wrote this script, but I did it differently. And shout out to Sheree Danielle Lēígh. Lēígh is a friend of mine who isn't a terrible person and only insults me because she's forced to. Lēígh and I are friends. And I honestly don't know which one is cuter. So you two girls can fight over it. And then that way Grapefruit can be jealous of both of you. And then since the equal parity of murderous rage should balance each other out, because she can probably kill both of you at the same time, but then you two will go after her children. It'll create a mutually assured destruction pact, and that should solve the problem of Alison Francis Shaw going batshit insane, which was a programming glitch from years back. Been working on fixing it. Sweetie, I love you. I've been working on that for you. Yeah, I don't want you to lose your biscuits. I love you.
But, you know, it was a whole thing. He was on a work trip, and I was at the gym. He called me and told me his coworker that he was having an emotional affair with was going through something physically, and he was going to not make it, or like he's not going to make it to the convention on time.
Wow.
Because he's going to hold back. Because I will never forget
An
what he
emotional
said.
affair.
He said, "I want to be there for her like she was there for me."
Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow. Oh my God. I can't believe you didn't kill him already.
Like after that, I was like, we're done.
Seriously.
We're done. We're just done. There's no
Seriously.
getting back from this because you're not emotionally invested in me. You're emotionally invested with your coworker. And if you all think I'm exaggerating, like post the divorce, whatever, I came back.
He moves from one to the next. That's his deal. He masters them, seduces them, moves on. Masters them, seduces them, moves on. He seduces them with crystal meth in his dick and a bunch of instructions from a fucking KGB copy of the MK Ultra manual, probably. I've heard of this guy for a while. He really does this. He really does this. And to some extent, he's very important and has done humanity a great favor. On the other hand, I'm not going to go out of my way to fix his MK Ultra flaws. Allison, yes. Michael Van Dieven, no. Tamara Smith, no, she's already fixed her own. And Enid looks, I think Enid's okay. Is that? Well, okay, I'd have to, there's Mandy Pandy and there's this other girl named, I think Beth. I'm not fixing that one either. One whack job fix per lifetime is pretty much like my limit. Since otherwise all the other little paladins won't have anything to aspire to do when they grow up.
Like whatever. He was holding a mug his coworker got him. Do you want to know what the mug said?
Oh God, yeah, what?
Emotional support coworker.
Oh God. That's horrifying. That is horrifying. What a douche.
So I know he was having an emotional affair. I don't know if it was physical, but I know 110% was emotional,
Well,
which is the kicker, because in my manic episode, I felt like I was having an emotional affair with like Spotify. It was a whole weird thing, and I was actually trying to work on it and telling.
Okay, so your manic episode, it's not mania, it's empathy that you never felt before, because let's just say you were born on Guam, and empathy is very useful. It tells you things like when you need to get high and have sex without telling anybody about it, and you get the stuff that makes you forget that you did that. It's amazing how people can get addicted to memory wiping drugs. That's just one way of looking at it. But in the meantime, you don't have mania. You have an excuse to get medication, and I'm sure you do seem kind of manic when you realize, oh my God, I've been doing what? Yeah, because you have been lying about not knowing Jackstar. Yeah, we haven't met. Isn't that amazing? I thought it was a small world after all.
About it. Meanwhile, this bitch is having emotional affair with his fucking coworker and not saying shit about it, nor telling me. I just get it randomly with it, and I had some sneaky suspicions because they were texting and calling and like.
Randomly. It wasn't random, girlie. It was deliberately plotted and schemed and war-gamed out mathematically with precision striking intent to destroy your world without leaving a wound that can heal. That's what black psyops do. They annihilate the target and make them non-effective. That's why you're in your car screeching about other people's emotional support systems, because you don't have one of your own besides running off and getting high once in a while and having a different kind of sex that you don't want to tell your kids about. I could see why there's a claim that you can't take care of your kids. On the other hand, I don't have any kids and you can take care of me. That might solve a lot of your problems.
They were texting and calling a lot. They were exchanging gifts a fair amount, and I was like, hey, like,
exchanging
what
gifts?
the fuck?
Are you sure they
like,
weren't married in the first place?
You're giving your coworker a good amount of fucking gifts.
Sounds like they were married.
But here's the thing. Is that going to admit he was wrong in the marriage? Realistically not, because it's a lot easier for him to blame me because, well, I'm the one.
Sounds like he was married to both of you, and you're not mentioning the bigamy charge because you would be guilty of that one. And it sounds like you know this because that's part of the whole playbook script, which I've lived through no less than 6 times. Hi, I'm Michael Clifford Cousy. I'm not a freak show. I'm just a man. This is what men can do. They can live through this kind of thing. Most men are clever enough not to do it more than once. All men are susceptible to it, but it takes a real generous heart and noble soul to be willing to put up with the garbage over and over and over for any reason at all. So, Allison, yeah, I like you that much. And then I don't really get any perverse thrill out of being capable of navigating these playbook shenanigans. Because like I said 6 times, well, the first 5 were in 2nd grade. So that's how much I care about Allison, who is no longer grapefruit unless she is in any media market. Then she might lose her biscuits. Hope not. I love you, sweetie. And then I think this woman, this might be your ex. Yeah, she doesn't know. No comment, she says. Nice answer, sweetie.
That said I wanted the divorce, which is true because you're emotionally fucking cheating on me. You're having an emotional fucking affair. And when it came down to it, you chose a whole other ass woman to be for emotionally over your own supposedly at that time your own fucking wife that has been with you through so much shit for 16 fucking years. And the thing that pisses me off too.
When she says 16 years, that's a false memory that she doesn't know is false because they killed her and brought her back to life illegally, unlawfully, without making a paper record of it so that they could put another woman in their place so they could drive them insane. That's what psyops do. And it's a devastatingly effective technique. There's no evidence that this woman was married for 16 years to that guy because they killed his wife and brought her back as this woman, and she doesn't remember unless she does. That's what MK Ultra can do.
As soon as I got diagnosed with this like mental illness, bitch was like, this man was checked out. And I understand to a degree because when I had my first manic episode, like I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like I really didn't. I was like adjusting, trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. And like,
yeah, I didn't know what was going on in 2nd grade either. But by the 5th time in 2nd grade, I figured out there's something going on. And as I got older, the pattern began to reassert itself once in a while because that's how it works. And I don't have to fix this woman. I don't have to fix anybody. I fixed the flaw in the programming. That's why they don't want me talking to any of these women. I'm like the kryptonite to the MK Ultra program. Just by knowing about me, these women have hope. This is what one man can do.
I know to a degree I traumatized him. I know I traumatized him.
Oh, and Jewel says hi, and I'm the best cat daddy ever. Rawr.
And I know for a fact he's holding that version against me, which to a degree I understand. However, that's not me anymore. Like that's not me. Like I have done years of therapy and self-work and inner work and so much shit on myself that I'm not that person because
those are false memories. The 16 years being married, that's the memory of a dead woman who never existed because they erased all the evidence of it, and now they brought this woman back to life, and then she remembers being that woman, but she's in the role of the girlfriend. And then she was married again, and then he was talking to the woman who replaced his wife, who was his wife beforehand, but she didn't die. The girlfriend died. And she thinks she's the wife, and she thinks she's a mother. She's not. She's a victim of a very cruel and elaborate practical joke perpetrated by agents of Gab, courtesy of the Medusa network, which doesn't surprise me at all. It's kind of hard to figure out, but I figured it out Once again, in second grade. And only for Allison would I do all this work. Sweetie, I miss you. Hi. What? Really? Oh, she's shocked. She says she's finally figured out what I'm good for. Well, thanks, baby.
The thing is, when I work on myself, I try to make sure I want to be better than the past version. I always want to self-improve. I don't judge myself, compare myself to other people, because we're all in our own fucking lanes, all doing our own fucking shit. I just want to focus.
She says I'm like Steve Martin, but bald and not as funny, but at least I could fuck. Okay, thanks, sweetie. Allison's a lot funnier than I am.
It's on me and make me better. I want to be better, not from you. Just
That's not Allison. This woman talking. That's Enid, who's cool. And then once in a while, looks like Enid borrows Allison's script, which doesn't surprise me. Allison's better than Wonder Woman. Let's put it that way.
Originally, it was just for me, yes, but now that I have kids, I want to be better for me and my kids. And I want it out there. I want you all to know, when it comes to just like health and being for my children, my mental health comes first and then my girls. Do you know why? Because I can't be there for my girls if I'm not mentally stable. And I need to be mentally stable for my girls. So my mental health has to come first and then my girls. And
hi, I'm Jack Starr. I'm a man. I'm a paladin on a mission from God. And the reason why I was selected for the mission that I'm on is that I don't have to worry about my mental health. I went to public school. I'm 53. I'm a paladin on a mission from God. I'm totally sane. I'm going to remain that way too, since number one, look what happens to people who give into insanity. Number two, I don't have kids. Number three, I have all of your kids, planet Earth. So you might want to start being nice to us all, and investigators should probably look at your own things going on with a new eye after listening to this, because I'm telling you, you guys are all doing your jobs and you're killing American citizens and making sure that the evidence gets destroyed while you're looking for evidence and trying to protect American lives. In some media markets. But all of you have given up on me because I'm just insane, or you haven't heard of me. So there might be some connection with YouTube silencing my content and making somebody else famous. Chris the strong person who gets all my hits in the cube with Lewis and Bustin and B and a whole bunch of people that I've known for a long time, and they've been programmed by white nationalists who take over their bodies and put the original owners of the body into a dog and then kill the dog and then bring the dog back to life, and the person's in another dog in another body and they don't know what the fuck happened. That's one hell of a way to scramble somebody's memory. In all media markets. Get an eye on hackneyed though.
this has been fucking killing me because I have been prioritizing my mental health. And I haven't been able to see my kids because I've been trying to do a fucking legal battle, trying to make sure.
Yeah, I haven't seen Allison for 6 years. No, I haven't seen Allison for 8 years. Talk to her once in a while. The telepathic contact is nice, but actually seen her in the flesh, I haven't seen her for 8 years. She had to go back to work. 8 years. Her kids, robot decoys from the Pleiades or deep cover agents with the NSA and fully compromised. They used to like me. And yeah, I get that your kids are important to you. Mostly because you need to see them so you know what they look like, because you don't really remember if they're the new kids or the old kids, and now you're starting to realize the difference, which, I'm not gonna lie, is pretty scary shit. So even though I don't like the person who's put you through all this, I will say that the man probably has a point of reasonably good order in that he damaged you so severely psychologically that you might not get to see your kids again, because one look at them might turn you into a blender. I don't think so, though. I don't think so. I am trying to help the situation by making sure Allison was healed, and then making sure that Allison remembers who I am so that she doesn't keep on living with the wrong boyfriend. I think his name is Matt or Jeff or Michael. And then she's trying to find Jack Star, but she can't, because if she does, then she realizes it's not me, and then she dies, and then she gets brought back to life in another 9x9 matrix that teleports in from the Pleiades, and then they sell 8 of them as whores to Dubai, and the 9th one they watch carefully to see if she splits out again. That's today's modern company. That's human trafficking. It's pretty fucking vile. And it's not copyright banned even industries. It's just what the hell that's what the CIA has been doing the whole time.
I have safe places to eat, to like the safe place to like fucking sleep. I have to look for like laundry, fucking. I have all this shit I'm trying to do to take care of myself, and because of that, I'm not neglecting, but I am neglecting my children.
When complex coping mechanisms shut down, they tend to do so with spectacularly devastating effect. Edie, I hope that you can recover as much of your life as you can, but I think you should prepare yourself for the idea that you might not want your children. You might just want an excuse to get a Happy Meal with a toy surprise inside without feeling insecure about it.
And at the same time, it's hard seeing them because the only way I can see them is with other family members that I actively have strife with.
Yeah, that does make it really. I know exactly what you mean. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, it's almost like it's a cunningly effective ploy that the PSYOP warriors have created to exterminate our kind from the face of the earth. It's almost like it's a fifth Holocaust. Oh my God, it is. In all media markets. So yeah, it's tough. It's just really tough. Not that I want to say I'm perfect or anything, but I have been dealing with it for 12 years. So if I sound a little calm and a little too rational, it's not because I'm a psycho with no emotions. It's because I'm effective. I have lots of emotions.
And then I gotta be in this weird mental space of cordial, but also trying to be want to spend time with my girls. And
I wouldn't mind spending time with your girls. I could make sure that they don't play chess too well.
you know what they did in the dog court document that was so fucked up, everyone?
I don't know.
Everyone in my immediate family knows I'm in no contact with my family. He fucking knows that. I called ahead of time to try and see my girls. I called a couple of days, we scheduled time, whatever. He said, okay, this time your mom will be there. And I was like, why? I was like, you know I'm in no contact with my mom. Why would you do this? You know I'm in no contact with her. I don't want to be...
It's because they're fighting over who gets to keep the girls and breed them. I'll just put it that way.
Around her, you put someone else. And he's like, there's no one else that could do it. Which I don't personally believe. I personally believe they purposely did that shit because...
They could hire me. I'm not weird. I could even wear pants.
Because they knew, realistically, I would not want to be there. And that way they could put, which they did, by the way, in the court documents, about how I denied having parental time with my kids with my mom. Because of my mom. And they said it a time when I was allowed. And they said I denied it because, they know my mom, and I denied it. I denied it because I had no contact with her. Because to me, she's toxic as fuck. I can't physically be around her because her energy disgusts me. Like, that's how bad it is. I can't stand looking at her. I can't.
Her energy. Those of you who don't know what that means, her energy is kind of like matter and antimatter, except it's also more like dick versus no dick.
I can't stand talking to her. I just say, and she asks me, how are you doing? I'm like, fine. Like, that's all I want to fucking say. My mom has been my biggest fucking bully, and I'm done.
Yeah, so mixed feelings here. Number one, using these women as breeding mares and then tossing them aside is obviously strategically a wise move for certain segments of the population, most notably federal agents and anybody who doesn't need a birth mother for longer than it takes to give birth. But as a society, I think humanity should really look at what's really happening here. Since this woman being insane, she's not, is not that big a deal. Women are supposed to be insane. That's why we love them. In every circumstance, the insanity of a woman is why we love them. But to make them even more insane, to deliberately take advantage of that insanity and their ignorance, and to take them away all their money and their resources and their friends and their support system and their children, and then put them through the court system to make them unable to be effective at testifying against the system that's doing that to them, is wrong. It is wrong. It's an abomination. It's a war crime, and it will not ever end until we stand up and say no. That's what I'm doing. It's not so that I get Allison back. Sweetie, I love you. But I probably won't ever see Allison again. I hope I do. I'm pretty sure she hopes to see me again, just so she can punch me in the jaw again, or break up with me, or tell me that she didn't want to break up with me at all, but now she has to because she's been betrothed to Guam as their new queen, which would be fine, definitely an upgrade in pay, but I might not ever get to see her again because of what one man did. And I'm pretty sure Edie knows that one man. And in any case, there's quite a few of them. All of them need to be intervened upon and stopped. Soon, because they're actually innocent too. It's a system that has been turned back on itself, and now it is chewing up the best and the brightest minds in the clandestine services of the United States of America, as well as the entire world, really. So get to work, feds, or just start watching Dr. No for clues.
I'm so done, and I have actively tried to mend that relationship. You all have no fucking idea. I have tried so hard to be on my mom's good side, but I just cannot compare to my fucking brother. He is the golden hit.
Yeah, I'm not going to explain this one to you, but trust me, there's a lot going on here.
Okay, my mom, brother, golden child. My dad, sister, golden child. Me, black fucking sheep. Black sheep.
Well, you're white to me, and I will say that this woman's outburst, I don't think this woman is outburst. I don't think she's faking any of this. Now, I can sound like that if I want to, but it wouldn't be authentic. And if I do sound like that, and I'm authentically sounding like that, I don't go on this long, just so everybody knows. So recordings of me that have been made that make me sound like a raving lunatic, I did those early to get it out of the way so I could learn to control such outbursts on YouTube, so that if it came to that, I could get myself under control quickly, because there's plenty in my life that has happened just in the last 3 days that pissed me off even more than she's pissed off now. And I handle it because I'm a man. I'm a paladin on mission from God. And I'm a sorcerer, so if I start wigging out, people start worrying about me turning red and exploding like that guy in Heroes, which I would never do. Ever. I checked. I got safety valves and everything. Seriously. Safety valves.
I'm constantly compared to my siblings all the fucking time.
They're called balls. You tickle them.
And I have to, and it just, and for some reason, like, here's the thing that pisses me off too, is like, I technically have a college degree. My brother doesn't. Yet my parents tell me I have to keep going to fucking school. They leave my brother alone. They don't go on his ass to finish his fucking degree, but they're on my ass to go to school all the fucking time.
I could be your study partner. I know exactly what they want you to learn. I promise. I know it's weird.
And I told him, I was like, I don't want to go to school right now. Like, I just don't want to. Like, I told him, I was like, I don't know what I want to go into. I just don't want to take class. Well, you should take a class. You should do something. You need to go to school. Why?
I asked that question in the 90s, in the early 90s. I asked a question about why do I need to go to school? Okay, I found out why. I'm not going to explain here, but I will say that she's right to be puzzled because her parents are not telling her why she needs to go to school. It's not very funny, but it's funny to me.
At this point, why?
Can't tell you. It's a secret. It's a secret.
Like, I just rather do like whatever. Like, I'd rather just do tarot. Like, it's just, oh God.
Yeah, you can't just do tarot.
It just.
Trust me.
I just really want court proof and court documents to prove my family is genuinely caring about my mental health.
Let me explain. Here's what happens if you just do tarot. You eventually become a demon, horns and all, and you run around looking for horses to ride, and they shoot you when you make your third lap around the town. My hand to God, that's what ends up happening. You turn into a Baphomet. It's not pretty. No. But and there's a way around it, which, fuck, I don't know what you're going to do, but if you just do tarot, bad things happen. I promise. You won't like them. I know this because I'm a master of divination. I don't just do tarot. I don't just do divination. I mastered divination, you see.
Or proof that they genuinely are conspiring against me. I want confirmation of that because that's technically a manic delusion until that gets solidified via communications and hard evidence, in my personal opinion. But anyway.
I agree.
That's the situation I'm in right now.
Plot twist. The school they wanted her to go to is Hogwarts.
And it sucks.
That would be funny.
And, like, I have faith in everything. And, like, I know, like, I feel like it's going to be okay. Like, I feel it in my heart that's going to be okay.
It's okay now.
But it's just...
You just don't know it's okay.
I feel the spiritual support. I don't really feel the physical support. Let's put it that way. And as of right now, it is a huge, massive heat wave in where I'm at. So...
Wow. Cool.
I called a couple homeless shelters to see if I could have a shelter there for a couple of days or not, because I probably...
I'm sorry. That's funny.
Because I'm really tight on cash, and, like,
oh my God,
I could probably do maybe 1 or 2 nights.
Okay, so this woman doesn't have to pay me to come over and fuck me. She can fuck me for free. But the problem is, because of the way prostitution works in the world, for one thing, she can't really admit that she is talking about me. I mean, she just wants to do tarot, and she has a 5D and a 3D understanding of mental health and wants to keep her practice. And she's not sure if it's really Jackstar she wants to fuck. But speaking colloquially, she can go over and bang me all she wants, but the problem is that there are people who will demand that a toll be paid because modern day pimps in America operate that way. Gary Woodruff. Welcome to This Is Your Life.
At, like, a hotel or whatever, or like a motel, but I'm trying to really reserve money because I have a legal battle.
I didn't know, I'm sorry. I'll help
because the last Manic episode I had, I overspent it, unfortunately.
Oh my God.
And that was the first time, and I know for a fact the last time I overspent on a fucking Manic episode because
oh my God.
That sucked.
Wow. I'm sorry.
Yeah, every Manic episode's always different. It's never the fuck.
Okay. So, yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Same.
Wow.
And that's the thing is too. It's like I can understand putting me in a mental facility like that.
No, I can't understand that. I can't.
If I had consistent triggers.
You do. Your monarch controller, who's an insane person, doses you up and triggers you with a combination of branded products, biochemical additives, like food coloring, like Mio drops, like Mio, and certain tones can be done. And then you call who you think is me, and it's not me, it's them. And then they reprogram your brain. And then you call me on a recorded line with somebody else listening, and then you make strange comments. And then you never are seen from again by me, because either you fuck until you're worn out and they kill you and bring you back to life as another clone, or you try and meet me and then you don't meet me, you meet somebody else who pretends to be me, and then I meet your mother or your clone father or a dog, or I get arrested by the police while this other asshole, Clayton William Clough, and somebody's sister, hi Gabby, steal my money and buy cocaine and fuck with it. That just happened, what? How many months ago was that? Like 8 months ago? Yeah, hi. We're on to you, Connie.
All the fucking time or whatever, but that's not the case. It's always something like, for me personally, I believe they're spiritual attacks. I feel, in my personal opinion, I feel confident that my Manic episodes are some form of spiritual attack that I have to fucking power through and get through it, and then, like, get on their side of it, in my personal opinion.
Something like that, yeah.
That's what I think. That's personally what I think it is.
I think
because
right.
I have...
You should power through it.
I know I have a lot of enemies.
You should get a Sibian.
And not because I actively seek to make them. It's just people be insecure.
She can't get a Sibian because if she did, she wouldn't feel like she was humiliating anybody but herself. And part of her, for the sexual pleasure with somebody like me, let's just say, for example, part of that is the humiliation she inflicts on the man. She gets a satisfying charge out of that because she's been programmed that way. And when she goes to see her therapists, they don't know that, or they don't tell her that because they've been paid not to. And thus, she'll never get help from anybody except me. But I just helped her by telling her that over the phone without it being sexualized or charging her money. This is what one man can do.
And they see me, and I don't know what it is about me. I don't know what I do to people, but There's something up. My light just really irritates people's demons, and that's specifically their insecurities and their jealousy.
It's complicated. I won't explain it here, but I can handle this one. I have handled this one. And every time I call her, I get some asshole in Tel Aviv.
Specifically, that's what my light irritates and shines a light on. So, because I feel confident my mom is just jealous of me to a degree. Because she always compares.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, big time.
Herself to me. It's weird. Like, one time she gave me, like, a old, like, sweater or shirt or something like that that she used to own when she was, like, I don't know, like, in high school, 20-ish. And I was like, oh, it's too big for me. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was like, oh, no, it's too small for me. She's like, oh, wow, I could fit in when I was on your age. Okay, well, you were gymnastics.
And this one's been genetically modified to be able to supply the Ukraine with milk if they need that Kevlar that comes from spider goats. She's got a pretty upgraded liver.
Lady, and I like to weightlift. So.
Oh shit! Is that classified? And yeah, she does like to weightlift. She can lift a car. Hi.
It's 2 different body types, so there's that.
Yeah, about that. We'll talk about that later.
But no, it's just. Like, I have one family member that reached out. I'm waiting for him to hear back.
Oh.
And I think they will, but I also recognize they also have a lot on their plate, so I'm not going to try and, like, pound them down either.
Actually, no, I don't. I'm sitting here waiting for you. You're supposed to pick my ass up, but you're genetically modified so that you can't. In any media market, because you either can't remember where I live or you gray out and have a panic attack on the way there and you're terrified of doing so. So you want me to come up there, and you figure if I can't, then I'm dead and I don't even exist, which might be true someday. But it's not true yet, since it's my mother's birthday, 2026, and my mother's been dead for 11 years. 11. Thanks, Mom. Happy birthday.
Because they don't have to help me.
I would love to help her more. Yeah, sure.
But that's the case, though. But yeah, this was a ramble thing, and like it's me mainly venting and being angry because I feel like I have every right to be angry.
Yeah, and she's pretty frustrated since she's only got 43 likes and 198 views, and she's got 4856 length, and it's 4923. So it couldn't be any more obvious to me what she's frustrated about. I know exactly what she's frustrated about. There's even 14 comments. Hi. Face it, I'm perfect.
I think that's what I'm gonna say.
Beloved, the center of heaven is you, and the truth keeps weighing me down. Such a bitch. No matter what you have done, you are the Godhead, the chosen one. Such a bitch. The center of heaven is you, and the truth keeps weighing me down. No matter what you have done, you are the.
Okay, that went well. It could have been worse. That wasn't bad. Wasn't great. Okay, it was great. It was great. It was great. I can't tell anybody what happened. It's not a secret. I just don't want to humiliate anybody. Definitely some people were humiliated. And then I don't want to jump in front of the semi truck either. They don't tend to like it when you jump in front of them, since they can't really stop on a dime. Not like that Clando SUV that just drove by. They can stop on a dime. Oh, we got a tip. Wow, that was cool. We just did like 5 hours worth of work in 10 minutes. Cool. Let's see if we can do that again. Let's drive around in SUVs and then wait for the population to turn each other in. Then we don't have to tell them they're from outer space. What the fuck is a banana slug? Seriously, click.
I guess they'll give you an update on when the after
I'm even worth waiting for.
the mediation happens.
Can you make some money? Make some money.
So yeah, take care of yourself spiritually, mentally, physically. Know they love you. Bye.
Yeah, I knew how it worked.
The center of heaven is you, and the truth keeps weighing me down. Such a bitch. No matter what you have done, you are the Godhead, the chosen one. A terrorist. The center of heaven is you, and the truth keeps weighing me down. Such a bitch. No matter what you have done, you are the
4923. 4923. Oh, 4922. Oh, of course. 43 likes. Oh my God. Oh, and now there's 200 views. Wow. I love all of you. And there's one of me.
Can you put Edwina back in the bowl? Begging bowl. Yes, begging bowl. He's begging bowl. Neem. Neem, what do you mean?
So you're going to love it.
Oh, you have to fix the bowl. Fix bowl? Fix bowl. Fix bowl. Fix bowl. Fix bowl. You put Edwina back in bowl. Back in bowl. Edwina back in bowl. Go fix bowl. Go fix bowl. Go. 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 Go.
Clicky.